night.
Tofu? What kind of tofu? Like just out of the jar, or do they cook it?
No, they cook it, but they do have this tofu sausage that's actually not that bad.
Oh yeah, how long have you been doing this for?
Since the All-Star game.
Is there a reason for it?
Yeah, I just was getting too large.
Well, we got one guy trying to shake it over here. Yeah. I'm on this juice cleanse. Have you done a juice cleanse before?
No, but I've heard they're excellent. Like, yeah, unbelievable. They're very good.
He's got a roll of toilet paper beside him too. So no, that was day one. I'm all the way through. Yeah. You don't put anything in, you don't get anything out. It's like a Pez dispenser. All right. Anyway, call 911. Yeah. Hey, Elliot. We're talking about Arizona. And it's funny, you know. I think there's two schools of thought. I'd love to get your opinion on it. You signed the deal, you stick to it, but you're never going to put lipstick on this pig.
Well, there's no question. Like, I just heard Matthew's soliloquy, and he's right. You know, you sign a deal, you live up to it, but politics is a dirty business, right? You know, it's not the first time a politician has said, here's the deal, and they found a way to get out of it. The first 2 years they've done it, they've lost almost $17 million, and I'm not surprised in the least bit that they would try and do something like that there. It's kind of a goofy city. If you see what their history is with sports, you know, they had a Super Bowl there this year, and although they had the game there, all of the events leading up to it were in Scottsdale because the city was fighting with the NFL and the Cardinals about the way they want to do things. So it's an organization that fights with their sports teams. There's a lot of history of it. You know, as for the future of it, you know the NHL, they didn't move from Atlanta until they exhausted every option. They fought for this organization in that area every chance they could, and they're going to do it again. You know, there's going to be, the city of Scottsdale is going to try to build an arena there for the Suns, and now they want to see if they can put the Coyotes in it too, and I believe that that's the outcome the NHL will want if they can't stay in Glendale, is that they'll go long-term with the Suns in Scottsdale.
Elliot, you've been to Glendale. It is in the middle of nowhere. It's a beautiful building.
Yeah, it's one of the nicest buildings in the league.
Gorgeous. It's in the middle of nowhere. In my opinion, on a weekday, you're not getting people to travel 45 minutes to the middle of nowhere for a team that doesn't win. This isn't a team that's a perennial first-place team. Do you think that it could be viable if they were in Scottsdale?
You know, Matthew, the number one thing I've always heard about the Coyotes is if the arena was in a better location, the team could be a success. And we're going to test that right now, right? Like, if they can put the team in Scottsdale, they've got a better chance of being successful. And you know, I think that's what's going to happen here if they can do it. Now, if we go through this situation and somehow they don't get the lease in Glendale restored and they don't get an arena done in Scottsdale, then I think you're going to see a situation where they move. But it's going to be something where I think it's very likely they spend the next year in Glendale. They exhaust every possibility in the state of Arizona, and if it doesn't work out in a year or so from now, then I think we're going to start seeing talk about where this team is going to go.
What's Gary Bettman doing now to try and get an injunction, and what action's been taken so far after the vote?
Well, it wasn't filed yesterday, I don't think, so it'll probably be filed today or very soon. But they will file the lawsuit for lost business. They claim $200 million so far. And then they will file an injunction saying you've got to restore the lease because it's not legally acceptable for the city to do what they've done. You know, it's interesting. I've been reading some articles from people in Arizona saying, you know, they've been asking some of their lawyers out there, like, what do you think the outcome of this is going to be? Because it's kind of new. Like, there's no real case law on it. And most of the lawyers I've seen quoted in the various media outlets, whether it's the Fox Sports Online and the newspapers out there, the Glendale Star and the Arizona Republic, they've kind of said that they think the city's going to have a hard fight on this one. They don't believe, you know, the whole reason the city canceled this is because of a conflict of interest law there. And there's a lawyer who didn't work for the city, who later worked for the team, and there is a law there saying that can void a contract. However, there's already been a complaint to the bar about this lawyer, and the bar cleared him. So that's going to make it difficult for the city to win this. So if they do file this injunction, and a judge says, sorry, Glendale, you already tried this once and it didn't work, and it's not going to work here, then that lease is going to be restored, and the city's going to be in trouble.
NHL Insider Elliot Friedman joins us talking about the possible move of the Arizona Cardinals and the cancellation of the lease. Now let's move over to the Stanley Cup Final. We have one
talking about this situation.
What's that?
You don't want to keep talking about this?
I'm sure Gary wants us to keep talking about it. How happy is he right now?
Oh, yeah.
He's nuclear pissed. I haven't heard him this mad since the lockout.
Yeah, the thing about it is that this is why I really believe that the arena, they're going to pursue the arena with the Suns, because he's sitting there. It's Game 4. It's a fantastic finish. Chicago's holding on for dear life, and with 5 minutes to go, the vote comes down that they've canceled the lease. And